morning, y'all. My name is Cadet Cook,
Cadet Bagani.
and today we'll be going over platoon movements, and we'll be referencing the Ranger Handbook.
Ranger Handbook reference will be TC3-21.76, and we will also be referencing the Soldier's Manual of Common Tasks, Warrior Skill Level 1, the June 2009 edition, which is going to be STP-21-1 SMCT.
And first we're going to start off with a column wedge, and I have Cadet Bagani draw out what the column wedge will consist of. And this is basically a movement for the platoon, where this movement is usually used during when we know that enemy is not around, and this movement also covers a lot of ground, so that needs to be done will be in this type of movement.
Oftentimes, whether if you're at an FTX or you're about to conduct a mission, and at camp as well, you're pretty much going to be in a wedge. So please get familiar with this one. And yeah, we're just going to break it down for you all as much as we can today.
And this is the most common formation we'll be in.
So one thing I just wanted to cover before we actually go into the individual, I hope all of y'all ended up watching our previous video, because if you don't, please go watch that one. You're going to be a little bit confused once we start drawing things out. Alright, so we already know how the squads are made up, right? 9 soldiers each. So the way the platoon wedge will work is that you're going to have AS1 on front, right? AS1, Assault 1. After that, right behind them, you're going to have your first couple. That's going to be your PO plus your RTO. For a platoon wedge, right, you're going to be splitting up your 4th squad, right, your weapon squad. You're going to split them up into your Alpha team, right, and then your Bravo team. Right behind your PO and your RTO, you're going to have Gun 1, aka Alpha Gun Team. So, the reason that you have your Alpha gun team right there is because you need to have them as close to the PO and RTO as possible. Should things hit the fan, right, you should be able to react, and the PO should be like, hey, scream there, and then bam, we can get those 240s up, because again, those are your most casualty producing weapon. Get those online first, okay? Right behind that, you're going to have AS2 in the same echelon for platoon wedge, which we'll cover in a second. Right behind AS2, we're going to have your PSG, your second couple, right? Your PSG and your medic. And then you're going to have Gun 2, aka Bravo Gun 2. And then last but not least, your security. So, this is the order of movement in the actual column wedge, right? So now all y'all are going to be a little bit confused. Okay, what exactly is it? So now we're going to go into and highlight each individual's roles and the reason we do what we do. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just. Okay. So starting off, we're going to have Alpha Team Leader. Right? Yes. So Alpha Team Leader is going to be Alpha Team Leader of Assault 1. He is going to be your point man. Now the point man, literally in the name, point. He's the tip of the spear of everything right here, right? So he's going to see everything first, and he's going to disseminate information back to the rest of AS1, and then eventually to the PRTL, and then they'll disseminate everything down to the from the PSG. To the left of him, you're going to have your rifleman, just your standard Joe, right? And then further down, you're going to have your assault gunner. Now, a lot of people get confused on the distance part of this, and the distance between each element, so the team leader, rifleman, and the SAL, is going to be 10 to 15 meters. And the reason we do this is, again, like Cadet Cook said, this is the movement that we use when we're trying to cover as much space as possible, right? Trying to make sure that we have as much superior fire as possible, right? That is what we need to do.
And also, it's good to keep a distance, just in case if IEDs or grenades are thrown at you. There won't be multiple casualties. Instead, it'll probably be one soldier hurt, and then the rest can cover that one hurt soldier.
Got it. What's an IED and what's incoming fire?
IED is an explosive.
Enhanced explosive device. Right. So mine's improvised explosive device. That's what it stands for. Right. And an incoming would just be any type of indirect fire. Right. So that's mortars.
So you don't know where it's coming from.
Right. So the reason that we have 10 to 15 meter distance is to make sure that we can reduce as many casualties as possible, if in the case that we're hit, and of course to have as much space and influence as possible. Then, from our last video, you remember that we have a grenadier. And the grenadier will be located right in between. So not on line as the rifleman and the saw gunner. Further right? Yeah.
Because right behind me is going to be this one.
Okay, you're right. I apologize.
No, I don't want them to be too close.
So, right here, we'll have our grenadier, right? So, our grenadier, again, the whole purpose of the grenade covers as much dead space as possible, right? We account for everything, this all the way up here, that's all dead space, right? So, to effectively cover that, that grenade's gonna be able to blow up and kill as many people as possible. Alright. And, again, they will be right in the middle of the rifleman and the saw gunner. Then you're going to end up having your squad leader. So this will be your alpha squad leader. After that, oh, not alpha squad leader, I apologize.
It's just squad leader.
Yeah, that'll be your ass one squad leader.
Yeah.
I'm confusing myself. Alright. So, that will be your ASS 1 squad leader. This whole echelon, echelon is just the specific movement, right? Or the specific formation. That is your alpha team for ASS 1. Then you're going to end up having your Bravo team. So you're going to have another team leader, except the roles will be reversed. So, instead of having the rifleman and the saw covering this side, you're going to have the rifleman still 15 meters out, 10 to 15 meters out. And that's all.
So why we flipped it is to have equal rate of fire. So we won't overpower one side if we get hit on one side or the other.
Alright. And then, like Cadet Cook said, make sure that we can have as much influence as possible. So this will be your whole alpha, or sorry, ASS 1. Why do I keep saying alpha? Alright, this will be your whole ASS 1 in a wedge. Right behind them, following the order of movement, you're going to have your PO, which we'll just draw a square for PO. So we'll draw a nice little house for PO. Alright, and then you'll have plus your RTO. Alright, so that's where your first couple is going to be, and then right behind them, you're going to have your gun team. Your gun team is still going to be set up in this. Right behind that, you're going to end up having your weasel, who will be right next to your, or right behind your PL and RTO, about still 10 to 15 meters away. Just going to demonstrate it just like that, for distance. Okay, then right behind that, 10 to 15 meters, you're going to end up having your alpha team leader. Right? Now, if you have your alpha team leader there, you're going to end up having to have your alpha gun team. So your 240, 10 to 15 meters out, will be right here. 240 gunner. And then, well, they'll be in the middle of your ammo bearer, which will be right here. And then your AG, which will be 10 to 15 meters out. There we go. And that will be the makeup of your PLRTO Weasel, and then you're going to end up having your team leader, and then your full alpha gun team. So So to summarize that, we'll just put alphabet team plus PL ART. So as you can tell, we're already running a little bit out of space. So this would still follow the same line basically, right? So squad, 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 squad. But I'm just gonna, for space purposes, I'm gonna transfer right over here.
But remember, this, whatever he's drawing here is right behind this
It's gonna
formation.
just come all the way down there. All right, and then next we're gonna end up having our whole as 2. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, actually let me just block this whole thing in, so we're movement. All right. So, like I said before, we just covered AS 1 and Alpha Gun Team, including the PO and the RTO, and the weasel is there as well. So now we're gonna go straight into the AS 2. Which will, again, just follow the same position. It will just be team leader. Then it would be right here, right? Rifleman here. Then it would be 10 to 15 meters out. You have your solid. Get rid of that. And then, again, 10 to 15 meters. And then you're going to have Grenadier. So that'll be your alpha team for your Assault 2 element, or your Assault 2 squad. You're gonna end up having your squad leader right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just label that so people can follow along. It'll be right, and then you're gonna have your other team leader. So right there, 15 meters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then team leader again. Rifleman, and then your soldier. We are definitely gonna run out of space, but that's okay. So this whole will make up your Assault 2 squad. There we go. And now, right behind that, we're gonna end up just like the PO and RTO. You're gonna end up having, I'm just gonna use a triangle for the PSG, plus your medic. We'll just end up using a cross for him. And then, yeah, you're gonna have your gun. Gonna end up using a cross for him, and then you're gonna end up having your Bravo gun team, or your gun team, which will just be your team leader. We'll end up having 240 on the opposite side, because if we had the 240 on the left side, trying to make sure that we can hit both sides equally. And then right here will be your AG, and then 10 to 15 meters back will be your and this, oh, so I apologize, I should make this go all the way down here. We'll make up your AS2 plus your PSG, and then including your medic on top of your Bravo gun team. Alright, now we are definitely out of space, but we end up having one more squad to cover. So Cadet Cook, I'm just going to take some of your space, I'm sorry. So again, just please, we're running out of space. This just goes into detail, and it goes to show exactly how much space that this can take up. Because again, this is just a small, what is this, like a 3x10 whiteboard, right? And this is going to end up covering probably a whole football field, even more, right? So yeah, this just goes into detail on that. All right, and then our last but not least, so again, follow along That's 1 alpha, and then here, it's all gonna be 1, and then we're gonna go straight into our security. So for security, you're gonna end up just having the same position as your 2 echelons in your assault 2, except you're not gonna have any PSG or anything involved, right? You're just gonna end up having that. So you're gonna have your team leader for alpha team. You're gonna end up having 10 to 15 meters out. You're gonna end up having your rifleman, then 10 to 15 meters out, your saw, and then right in the middle of them, your grenadier. So after your grenadier is already there, then we're going to end up trying to switch to your Bravo team, right? So this is all your alpha team of your security squad. Now you're gonna go into your Bravo team, right? So I apologize. I forgot to include the squad leader. So this will be your 3rd squad leader, aka security. I can't write, but it's okay. Right? And then, again, just flip it. So 10 to 15 meters out, team leader, then rifleman, and then yourself. And then right in the middle, let's cover all that dead space. And this will cover your security squad. So, again, I know it looks a little bit messy, looks a little bit jumbled up. I apologize for that. But again, y'all, this just goes into prove how big that this formation really is. Obviously, if you're going to a dense area, you probably wouldn't want to use this formation, right? But this is areas, this is generally used to cover open terrain, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. You're gonna go in your AS1, right? Then your PO, your RTO, right here. Your weasel is gonna be right there as well. I probably should include that right here. Should be attached to your Alpha Gun team. Team leader for Alpha Gun team, 240 AGs and your ammo bearer. Then you're gonna go straight to AS2. Then you're gonna have your PSG, and your medic, and then your Bravo Gun team, and then straight into security. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a platoon column wedge. So yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and push it off to Cadet Cook, who's gonna cover what we can do in a more densely area.
So speaking of dense terrain, obviously we're not going to use a column wedge. We'll most likely use a file. But according to doctrine, in their file, they have two security team on each side and a security team up front. But the way I do it is different because there's multiple ways to skin a cat. So the way I'm doing it is where I have, this will be AS1 up front. So I have a team lead, rifleman, grenadier, and assault. And then I have a squad leader, AS1 squad leader in the middle. And then Bravo team lead, and then a grenadier, assault, a rifleman. And then right behind them, I have my PL. Right behind PL will be the RTO. And then right behind him will be the Weasel. And then behind him will be the team lead for the Alpha Gun team. And then I have my 240, my AB, my AG. And then I have my team lead for AS2. And then I have my grenadier, my rifleman, and my saw. And then after that, I have my squad leader. So this will be AS2 squad leader. And then I have my team lead for Bravo team. I have my saw, my grenadier, and my rifleman. And then after that, I have my PSG. And then I have my medic. And then after that, I have my Bravo gun team, team lead. You're right there. And then I have my 240. And then I have my AB, my AG. And then after that, I have my team lead for my security team. and then I have my saw, my grenadier, my rifleman, and then I have my squad leader for security squad leader, and then I have my Bravo security team. So my team lead, my grenadier, my saw, and my rifleman. And this is security, and this is S2. And then obviously it's a big line, but they're off by like 5 to 10 meters in this because it's more dense terrain and more, obviously it's less defense. Yeah, so it's, in ditch vegetation will obviously be closer. That way we don't lose sight of each other. But this is what my file will look like.
Okay, Cook, in the instance that we need a halt, like there's an incoming ODA or whatever the situation may occur, what exactly do we do here? I mean, we're pretty much vulnerable to anything.
So in this situation, what I'll use is hand and arm signal. What I have the point man do is halt the whole platoon and then pass down the information or give a signal. So LDA will, the signal for LDA will be across the chest. So and then that way, everybody in the platoon will pass that behind, and then obviously eventually the PL will receive that information and determine, and he'll go up to the point man and determine what he wants to do from there. But obviously, once the PL gets it, everybody's doing the same thing, so the whole platoon knows what's going on, so we don't get lost in the vegetation.
And in the action that we need to go prone, each person would just be facing opposite angles.
Correct. So once we go prone, the point man is going to point forward, obviously, but then behind him, this soldier will aim his rifle to the right, while behind that guy, the rifle will aim to the left. So that way we maintain 360 security while we're in prone, while we're trying to discuss what the next move is going to be.
Okay. So that covers column wedge and file. So obviously that was a lot of information, and we kind of underestimated trying to do that in one video as well. No idea how long it's become, but so what we're gonna go ahead and do is that we're gonna include a part 2. In that part 2, we're gonna go ahead and cover a column, and then we're gonna end up covering successive and alternate values.
Yep.
If y'all need a little bit more insight on this or whatever, we'll gladly make another video on it. Both the references for the Ranger Handbook and the Warrior Skills will be in the description down below. And thank you for watching CNB Tactical.
Appreciate it.